Nebraska Cornhuskers coach Matt Rhule dissed Coach Prime Sanders in his appearance in a podcast called Bussin with the Boys. He, quote, said, "I had my first team meeting last night. I'm one of those guys. I don't let cameras in. There won't be a camera following me around." He then went on to say, "I want it to always be about the players," quote unquote. The Nebraska Cornhuskers traveled to Boulder in week 2, I believe, of the 2023 season. It should be fun. In response, from my understanding, the Colorado Buffaloes are pleading with the fan base not to sell tickets to the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who are notoriously a school that travels quite a bit and follows their team on the road. I'm assuming because they don't have a professional football team there, so the University of Nebraska is basically it. But you could see it clear as day. And his quotes again, "I don't let cameras in, and there won't be a camera following me around." I think that is clear within itself. That's a major diss, saying again, it's not about me. It's about the players. And from me, from what that's saying is he's like, man, this is not gonna be a reality TV show. And he's saying, look, you can go play in Colorado and be on film all day if you want to. We watch film. We don't, make the film. And he's like, we don't need to be filmed for content all the time. Now this is going to be interesting to see how this goes. I cannot wait for this game. All of a sudden, it's a big rivalry game. It's being renewed. Nebraska versus Colorado. I'm so excited to see it already. It's just in the air. And the first, shots have been going back and forth with each other. Matt Rhule, if you don't know him, he became a really good coach coming out of Temple. He then went to Baylor, the Bears, and got their program on the right track and was really contending. But as Baylor does, they lose too many games and that they shouldn't have. Got off the rails a little bit, but still, it was him turning around the program that got him the attention of the Carolina Panthers owner, and from there, Teppers decided to hire him. He gave him a few years, but it didn't work out. He got fired, and he turns up in Nebraska. Nebraska went and got him, so he's a very well-seasoned coach. He's a good coach, knows what he's doing, and used to running a program, especially a program that did not do well the year before and turning it around. Nebraska did not have a good year that past year. They fired Scott Foster for whatever reason. They felt like they needed a change and brought in Matt Rhule. Now, the thing that's interesting to me is sooner or later, I mean, he has to understand that you got to make content. You got to sell it to recruits and see them out there and do all that other stuff. So it's a little bit hypocritical for him to make that kind of a statement because in today's age, you just can't be stagnant. I don't know if they have a YouTube page or anything like that, but that's what you need to hit the recruits, to reach them with all these impressions. You can't just hit the road. You have to be able to upload content. To me, it was just saying, look, bro, I understand you in Colorado now. That's great, Coach Sanders, but you need to understand that I feel like you making it about you, and we gonna see in Boulder come week 2. So I was super excited. Y'all let me know who y'all think is gonna win. As y'all know, I'm rolling with Coach Prime and the Buffaloes, so it is what it is. Cornhuskers. I'm sorry to say that. So we gonna see, but it's important to note. Like, I went and did a little bit more research on where these comments are coming from. Why is he just beefing with this man? I understand that the Bussin' with the Boys podcast got to do their thing, got to put impressions, but when you saw some more of his quotes down the line, it all made sense. Matt Rhule, you a hater, man. I mean, it is what it is. You a hater because he says, quote unquote, "I expect our fans to show up and be diehards," right? But then he goes on to say him and his staff have already encountered the Deion Sanders effect in recruiting. even on video games. He said when visitors were playing the Madden NFL video game, one of the options that circulated was the likeness of Deion Sanders and that the screen read Prime. He told his staff specifically, you cannot have that on the screen. We're trying to beat these guys for recruits. What is that saying? He's flat out saying we getting our butts kicked on the road in recruiting. And that's what all Deion Sanders has been talking about. His coaches are on the road recruiting. And they are getting their butts handed to them. And by the way, it's to me, I'm not trying to be funny in saying this. It's a whole lot more attractive to be closer to Denver than to be in the middle there. I mean, you're in Nebraska. You're not going to get that many recruits jazzed about going from Florida or California or wherever to there in comparison. So that's one of the reasons why you're getting your butt kicked. The other reason is, look, Coach Sanders is a Hall of Fame player. He is the only Hall of Fame coach. Oh, excuse me, let me back up. He's the only Hall of Fame player that has a gold jacket that's coaching in the Power 5. You can't get that anywhere else. That's powerful. So that's why you're getting your butt kicked. I mean, you're a great coach and all, but you're not an NFL Hall of Fame player. I understand you played at Penn State and was, a decent player, but you don't have a Hall of Fame career. And you went to other places and you won, but you didn't win. So, and you're not on the Madden NFL game. Sometimes you just ain't got it like that. So to me, you got to look within yourself and say, all right, well, look, I don't have these things. Let me work on something else. I don't think you got to start any animosity or any beef or something like that and then say it indirectly. But, bro, you might as well just say it at that point. It was so blunt of a statement. You might as well just say it directly. I'm not going to be like Colorado. I'm not going to be like Coach Prime and have everything on Amazon Prime. I'm going to have everything on YouTube. I'm going to have everything on some whatever platform, IG, whatever, and have that content out there so you all can watch it. Just go ahead and say it. Because you're already talking about you getting beaten in recruiting. You're already talking about you're not going to have the cameras on. Why are you just tiptoeing around it? You know that you play them a week 2. Let's get it on. Let's get it on and popping. You might as well just say what you want to say. Because with college football, I mean, from my playing days, I had coaches that didn't like other coaches and wanted to beat them. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. All that rah-rah stuff they would tell us. Oh, they said this about us, or they said that about this. We're trying to do our jobs the best of our ability. So that's not going to really matter. So go ahead and say it, Matt Rhule. Just say, look, bruh, you're on camera all the time. You exploiting these kids, whatever you want to say. So I don't know why he had to just come out and diss them like that. But like I said, week 2 is going to be great. I'm excited. We're going to see what's going to happen in Boulder. I don't know who the Nebraska's quarterback is, so I got to research that and see what kind of team they're going to be heading into the fall. Anyway, until next time, y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all like Matt Rhule's comments, agree with Matt Rhule's comments, or you rolling with University of Colorado and Coach Prime. All right, let's go.